Hello dear follower of Mount Theophil Academy, you are warmly welcome to this session. Here we have a continuation of Trigonometry series, and our series today states that find the value of sine of 690 degrees divided by cosine of 690 degrees without using mathematical table. So let's see the solution. First of all, 690 degrees is greater than acute angle, as an acute angle ranges between 0 and 90 degrees. So let's find the corresponding acute angle to this given angle. Here in 690 degrees we have a complete single turn, which is equal to 360 degrees. What remains after 360 degrees? Let's subtract 360 degrees from 690. We get 330 when we take 690 minus 360. 330, it means that after this full turn, which is 360, we go again from here up to here 180, up to here we've added 270. Now, what are we left with? When we take 330 minus 270, we are left with 60 degrees. So it means that from here we add 60. 60 maybe it is almost here. So up to here, it means that we have completed our 690 degrees. After we have completed, we draw a line from the center, this one, this way, and then the corresponding acute angle is the angle between this line from the center, which is a demarcation of our ending point of the given angle, and the horizontal, this angle, this one, corresponding acute angle. What is the value of this angle? Is from here up to here is 60. Here it will be 30 degrees. Why? Is this whole angle, this one, is 90 degrees, the right angle. So 30 plus this 60 from here up to here, we get 90. Now the corresponding acute angle to 690 degrees is equal to 30 degrees. After that, we look in which quadrant is this angle falling. It is in the fourth quadrant. This is the first quadrant, this is a second one, this is a third quadrant, and this one is a fourth quadrant. Now we are dealing with a fourth quadrant. To know whether the trigonometric ratio tangent, cosine, and cosine in a given quadrant is positive or negative, we consider this rule of all students take chemistry. In the first quadrant, all sine, cosine, tangent are positive. In your second quadrant, it is represented by students. It means that sine is, it starts with the S. In your second quadrant, only sine is positive, while the remaining two ratios, cosine and tangent, are negative. In your third quadrant, is represented by this tech. It starts with the T, so it is why we consider tangent. In our third quadrant, tangent is positive, while cosine and sine are negative. In our fourth quadrant, this one, only cosine is positive, is starting with the C, is positive, while tangent and sine are negative. Oh, now sine and cosine. So as our angle under consideration is in our fourth quadrant, to me that the value of sine will be negative, while cosine, hence to C, will be positive. Now we may say that from this, sine of 690 degrees divided by cosine of 690 degrees is equal to negative sine of 30, as we have agreed that only cosine in our fourth quadrant is positive and the remaining tangent and sine are negative. That's why I've included negative here, divided by cosine of 30. I have not put negative as it should be positive, since we have agreed that in our fourth quadrant, cosine is positive. Now here we are going to deal with this. 30 degrees is a special angle. According to special angle, which are 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, and 90 degree. These 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do this way to know their trigonometric ratios. Here we number them this way. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we go in opposite direction. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, we apply square root this way. covering all. And then at the top, this first row corresponds to sine of an angle, and the second row corresponding to cosine. After that, the whole value from this square root is divided by 2 this way. So negative sine of 30 degrees divided by cosine of 30 degrees will be equal to negative sine of 30 degrees. Sine of 30 degrees is square root of 1, which is 1 divided by 2. We divide by cosine of 30. Cosine of 30 degrees is the square root of 3 divided by 2. Square root of 3 divided by 2. This will be equal to negative a half times 2 divided by square root of 3. As division becomes multiplication and you reciprocate, the numerator becomes denominator and the denominator becomes a numerator in that divisor here. This will give us negative 2 divided by 2 times the square root of 3. 2 and 2 cancel out. So we're going to have negative 1 divided by square root of 3. When we rationalize the denominator, we are going to have negative 1 divided by 3 square root will be equal to negative 1 times the square root of 3 divided by square root of 3 times the square root of 3. Then we're going to have negative square root of 3 divided by square root of 3 times the square root of 3, we get 3. So this is our answer. Therefore, we may conclude that sine of 690 degrees divided by cosine of 690 degrees is equal to negative square root of 3 divided by 3. So this is the answer. I hope you've enjoyed. If so, make sure that you share our videos with your friends. Also, I would like to hear from you. How do you see our series, particularly in trigonometry and when you go there in physics, Newton's laws of motion? Comment below.